Peace, y'all. It is your girl Sunshine, and it is Shine Vibrations. Had a little technical difficulties earlier, but we rise above it. So, with that being said, let me get to the show because I have two of some of the greatest poets that I know. But as y'all know, I was promoting Foreplay NC, their erotic confessions, bondage, masquerade, submissions ended yesterday for their big show this Saturday, February 10th. If you guys still want to be a part of this and you want to join the experience, you can still purchase tickets online at www.4plaync.com. Shout out to the man with the plan, Joseph Churchwell, aka Church. He is the header of Foreplay NC out of Raleigh and Durham area of North Carolina. So if y'all are really in for a Valentine's Day weekend special, definitely put that on a place to go. It's definitely for the grown and sexy though, so be aware. Now, those of you who know about live alkaline water, if you guys want the best hydration in the nation, hit up heavyenergync.com. One of my guests raised his hand, said yes, he wants to. So let's hear a word from my brothers.
Peace and love, family. Check it out. It's the We Are the Gold campaign. The We Are the Gold campaign is all about highlighting ourselves as the wealth, value, and solutions we've been looking for. We are the gold. Before it comes to the money, your health is the wealth. Tap into intentional lifestyle decisions, making sure you're putting living local foods, preferably, especially organic, into your well-being, your temple, And you already know you gotta couple that with the live alkaline water, the best hydration in the nation, natural alkaline spring water straight from the source, no artificial induced processing. And the other side of the We Are the Gold campaign is activating our economics, So tap into the We Are the Gold campaign. Get your $20 monthly subscription special at heavyenergyuniversity.com.
Yes, so if you guys purchase at heavyenergyuniversity.com, there's two promo codes. You can use Shine Vibrations, and that's exactly how you see it spelled across here. And the promo code is Shine Vibrations 888, and the second one is Royal Sons. That is SUNZ 810. So you can use those for your discounts. And these brothers also host Live Alkaline Festival every year. They usually do it around July, but due to Essence Festival, these brothers got to get this out to our nation. So they pushed it back to August. During T. Walker's birthday, it was a 3-day event. These brothers also are the curators of the We Are the Gold events that have been happening around North Carolina. The first two were David Banner, and the last one, me and my sons had the opportunity to be there and meet none other than KRS-One. So they are really about pulling those community people together that are really out here doing that work. So tap in with them brothers and let's link up. So let's get to my show because I got two poets from Clubhouse that I'm roomies with, and I am fans of those. I love every time I get off my podcast and hop on Clubhouse and see that they are on the PTR, and I cannot wait to hear them. So let's see. First, we have the brother Sincere. This brother is so dope. This brother is a father. He is a husband. He is definitely the epitome of what they claim we don't see Black fathers do, Black men do, and I appreciate him for all he does. And I just recently found out he's from Jersey like me. And then we have this beautiful queen here, Taja. She is so humble. She was like, oh, I thank you for the opportunity. I'm gassed. Like, no, thank you for saying yes. Like I said, I am a fan. When I tell you guys, when you get to hear what they have for y'all, you're just going to be blown away. So, as they do in Clubhouse, let's do the ladies first. Peace, queen. How are you?
I am great. How are you?
Oh, I am marvelous now. Oh, and what's this, Taja? Pen potency. Okay, sis. I ain't know all of that on Clubhouse.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
So tell the people where you from and what you want them to know about you.
Okay, so I am from Louisiana. I'm from Kenner to be specific, but I've lived
Oh,
in
you
New
from the
Orleans
boot.
for yes, I am from the boot. I've lived here for several years, so I guess I'm an honorary New Orleanian. I
Okay.
am in school for social work, and
Okay.
that's about it. I'm a mom. That's about it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Look, I work for the government too. Yeah. So good job. Good job.
That's all.
Yeah, that's all. But okay, so if you mind sharing, darling, how old are you?
I am 29. I will be 30 in March,
Oh, March what?
the 19th.
Oh, March 19th. My son will be 12 on the 30th. Goodness gracious.
Ah,
And he is almost looking me in my face, and I am not ready for this. He's already wearing the same size sneakers as me, and I'm like, bro, you can't have my J's. You gotta get your own. You too rough
the
on foot.
same. My son is 8 and he's about almost as tall as I am. I'm 5 feet. He's 4. So he's gonna be tall.
Oh yeah, and then the baby boy, he on his heels. He 2 inches shorter than him, and he'll be 10 this year. So yeah, and they eat like grown men, but that's a whole nother story.
Yes, yes they do.
So, poetry for you. When did that start?
Oh, I love that question. Okay, so I've been writing ever since I was about maybe 12, 13, 14 years old. And it wasn't necessarily poetry that I was writing. I used writing as a way to express myself
Mhm.
in my daily life because I didn't have a great life when I was younger. So my way of escaping that was to write inside of a book. It later became known to me that what some of the things I was writing was poetry. And my teacher told me that I was a good poet. And I didn't really know what she meant by that because I
Mhm.
didn't intend on writing poetry. I was just writing stuff that I was feeling. And from that, like, small little glint of, oh, you're a great poet, it's like, okay, well, let me explore what that realm of writing means. So that's when I got into the ins and outs of what poetry was. So I used to research different poets, different styles of poetry, different word placements. And, in I think middle school or high school, everyone has like a poetry window in English class. So it just kind
Mhm.
of got me interested further and further that I went down. And when I found out that I was good at it, it took off from there.
Yeah, I like the part where you touched on about how when you said you didn't live a too good life, so you used it as a way of your day to day, like journaling.
Yeah.
And I always talk about how um, before that's how a lot of people recognize or discover that they are a poet.
Yeah.
And I really had this conversation with somebody the other night, and I said, we all are designed with the same things. It's just what we choose to pour into, what we choose to tap into, and that's what comes out the
I
most.
believe that.
Because
Definitely.
because when you operate in your talent and in your craft, and then you start to develop other talents, it's not that you develop them, it's just that now it's their time to shine too.
I believe that.
So yeah, so it's all connected. And the fact that you brought that up, poetry is therapy through creative writing.
Yeah.
So I too did a lot of writing. That's what brought me through the stuff that I had to not survive, but to grow through to become who I am today. And that's also a great way for us to see the growth within us, within our own selves,
I
and
believe
more
that too.
important,
Yeah.
and more importantly, not knowing someone else on the other side could be growing through the same situation. And just by us taking the time to put it to pen and paper, you just don't know how, alleviating that could be for the next person.
Seriously. Yeah. On some
So,
shit.
what style of poetry do you like the most?
what,
It
what
was coming.
what style of poetry do I like the most or do I write in? Because
No, what do you like the most, and what do you write?
um so the style of poetry that I like the most is free verse. I say my close second is concrete. I love me a concrete poem. The style that I write in is abstract free verse.
Mhm.
I don't even know if that's like a real legitimate like
It's real legitimate if you make it
to me
happen.
it
You feel
is.
me? Yeah, you make it
But,
happen. So that's
but,
what it
but
is.
right. So for me, I write very abstract, very obtuse. It's but it's lit. It's
Yeah,
really great
see,
poetry.
I know what she talking about. Y'all gonna find out in a minute. So, all right, let's bring the homie out. Peace, peace,
Sincere.
peace, sincere.
I love sincere.
You gotta unmute yourself. There we
Hey, what's
go.
up with this stuck gang? You know we outside. We hugging trees, drinking water. What's up? What's up? What's up? It's good to be here.
Yes, yes.
Hi, Taja.
I am
Hi.
so happy to have you on, and I'm apologizing to the viewers, to everybody on our audio streaming. Sincere was supposed to be on last Friday, and due to some Facebook technical difficulties with responses with emojis and stuff, it made it seem like it was a disconnect and shit wasn't gonna pop off. So I was like, "Fuck it, we just gonna do a replay and we just gonna try to pick this up next week." So
Yeah, my bad. I gotta learn to stop speaking in emojis.
but the fact that I was like, but no, I still want to have you on the show though. Like I still gotta have you on here. And the fact he was like, yep, cool, we can do it, no problem. Like that's what I love. You know, a lot of people be in their feelings about things, and really a lot of times it's not necessary. And not saying that, you know, you were like that, but it's just that not too many people, you know,
Hey,
would be
listen.
like that. I'd be like, nah, it's fine, it's cool, yeah, no problem. But I done been in spaces and I've witnessed some folks, and I'd be like, okay, that's somebody I don't want to work with.
Like, listen. What is peace and abundance if you ain't got patience?
Ugh, I'm trying to tell you, you just gave me goosebumps when you said
It
that
wouldn't
one
make no
right
sense.
there. For real, for real. So I gave some of it away, but introduce yourself to the folks and tell them where you from and what you want them to know about you.
I am sincere. I'm a spoken word artist. I'm originally from New Jersey, so shout outs to North, shout outs to Asbury, shout outs to Tom's River. And now I live in North Carolina. So shout out to Williamston, shout out to Martin County, you know what I'm saying? This is where my folks from. So, I'm here, my wife and I, to help my elderly great grandmother who's 92. And,
Great.
it's a blessing. So it's been an experience so far. I'll put it like that.
Mhm.
And I'm looking forward to all the things that the future here has to offer. Um, I've been having a great time since I touched down here. I've met some dope poets. I've been able to step out and perform on some stages,
Mhm.
and just really, really just get myself out there and put myself and immerse myself into what I love to do, and really just be around like-minded individuals, which has been a really great thing for my craft, my confidence, my everything, concerning, what happens in, the poetic realm. So,
Indeed. So, as I asked her, what is your favorite style of writing when it comes to poetry? Because to me, I can't put you in a box. One thing is, when
I'm,
I listen to you, you definitely stand apart. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if my eyes was closed and I had to just go by sound, you are very distinctive and you can't be copied. That's just my opinion of
well, I'd say to piggyback a little bit off Taja, because she gave, I didn't know there was a word. She gave it a word.
That's
Like
right.
she gave it a word. I didn't even, because when this question was coming around, like I was like, I don't know how to put this. And like it's crazy. Like as a writer, that sounds really weird, right? Like not having a way to put something,
I just
right? But
yeah, it's
yeah,
just come
like I
out.
always just say I do what I do,
That's
I
it.
speak light into life, that's just what happens. Um but free verse, free writing is definitely something that I'm fond of. lately it's been more prompt driven. So I'll be given a prompt and I'll just take off from there. Uh, but my background is in hip hop and music. So like prior to that, uh, a lot like the both of you, my writing started in school. Somebody, one of my teachers saw that I had had a gift for it, and luckily they wanted to nurture that. I wound up like winning awards and things like that, and it really wasn't until I came on Clubhouse to where I found that this was something that I could do, um, that I could excel at. Right? I mean, I didn't, I never. If you would have asked me 2, 3 years ago, do you see yourself as a spoken word poet? I'd have been like, nah. Like I'd have been like, nah. I'd have been like, nah. But I guess when you start aligning with with your purpose, it really just becomes easier to see. And I feel like I was supposed to be doing this like
Yeah,
whole
it
time.
was
You
already
know what I'm saying?
you know.
Like and
Waiting like,
yeah,
hey, I'm right here.
all right. Like, hey yo, all right. You been there the whole time. You've been there just the whole time waiting for me. All right, cool. That's cool. Straight. That. So yeah, my writing is really is that of self-reflection. It's usually based upon me, and not necessarily like through a trial or tribulation, but just more of what's happening or my experiences as I'm experiencing growth.
And then Sam, we all said something about growth. See, that's how we know we all on the right path. So, Taja, you got something ready?
Who, me?
Yeah, ain't no owls in here.
um. Okay, so normally I don't ask because I'm just me. What
You, this
do you
is
want me to say?
no, ma'am. Listen, no, ma'am, no, ma'am. This is an adult show. We have a
Okay.
disclaimer, so do like you do on Clubhouse. You don't be asking for nothing. You just flow.
Don't.
So that's what I want you
'Cause I don't be caring.
to do.
Okay. Zigzagging my hand through back alleys past curfew, skin tone, flesh clothes yawning in between time zones, opinion Xerox slid in inboxes, wallops by dollops compressed by ice water, poetic vagabond, causing head nods as they throw applause like draws at venues,
Stars.
underlined, undermined it, tells as old as time, soil memories thrown onto laundry piles, red ribbon reminders, and Q waiting for better options. Machine gun pointer and thumb permeating cerebrums post meridian, oaths taken in front of witnesses, overweight notebooks, needing a nutritionist. Verbal mathematics despite nonchalant antics, elaborate laced with bad habits, the ability of functioning knotted, unacknowledged, judgmental impulses, hardly hallucinate hollow handshake, galaxy gallivanting for deeper understanding, fantasized, fetishized, even when evidence become obvious, is still too far for binoculars. Report to the office, Miss Dawson. Damn. Capable of conspiring, but that shit sounds tiring. Fucking with God, heavy nine blasphemous, talented, all up in the crevices, vocal crosswords, and mythical like Pegasus. Amen. Peace.
Mythical like Pegasus. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right.
Gallivanting off into the galaxies and
Yeah.
whatnot. Like it's so it be the wordplay for me.
Yes.
Like
So, the mental space at the time that this was conceived, or was this just a writing prompt, or due to like how we be in spaces and having conversations, and they be like, "Oh, you know what? That's dope. That could be a poem."
No. I I was Candy Baby had asked me to be a feature in her house. And I was honored. I'm like, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And she was like, okay, cool. And I asked what she needed of me. She's like, I don't need nothing. I just need you to be available and show up. I said, okay. But that gave me a lot of space to do whatever I wanted. So I'm like, I want to write something like specifically for this space because it's my feature. And that's what I did. So I decided to write a poem using the alphabet, but backwards. And that's the piece that I came up with. It took me about like maybe 4 days. I was just writing. I'm like, fuck, no, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it.
He
And
said maybe 4 days.
yeah,
Oh,
that's a lot. I was in the closet just like,
no, no, no.
"Bro, I gotta write this. I said I was
Do
gonna
you,
write it.
but do you know how some people that are not like us will say 4 days? Oh my gosh, that's it.
It was for me that was
Some
too
people,
long because
some,
every day
and
gave me
that's what I was hitting at.
it was
Because
almost too long.
yeah, because when we get to writing, we want it out.
Yeah.
We don't want it to sit and linger and stay there.
It's like, fuck, I should have said maybe shorter than that because every single day I came up with something else. And I knew that if I did an A through Z poem, it wasn't going to be boring. So
Mhm.
that's why I did it from Z to A. I'm like, okay, I needed to do up and down, but I also don't want it to Z this, X that. I'm like, no, I got to make it bleed into each other. So it was fun. It was
Ooh,
really
gotta make
fun.
it bleed into y'all
Yeah,
know about that. Y'all
it
know
had to
about
make sense.
that.
It had to make sense. So I'm like, okay, cool, bet. And only Candy Baby called it. She's like, bitch, did you just do that? I said, yeah. I wanted to make the feature special. She's like, you did.
Yeah, that's
It was,
special as
it was,
hell.
she's amazing. And the creativity that she allows me to have when she tells me that she don't need something from me makes it more fun. It's like, oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna just show up and show out. Great. Bet.
Yeah, because I definitely don't want to put limits or restraints on anybody. You know, this is the time for you to flourish. You know? So, Cecile, what you got, partner?
Oh, I can't wait.
Like speaking of that, that's another reason why like I chose to do poetry, right, instead of going with hip hop and going with music, right? Because you're limited and you gotta call women bitches and hoes and all types of shit, and you know what I'm saying, like that's not me, right? And poetry gives me the opportunity to be me and like unencumbered, right? And I get to just be around dope ass people at the same time. You don't get no better than that. That's the segue into this piece called A Poet's Paradox.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Mm.
Honestly, I just wanted y'all to acknowledge me. Cause I try to be so humble in my greatness, but how can you hate this when I'm giving you all of my modesty? You know, trying to escape the hypocrisy of mediocrity and into the aristocracy, but this era of era is astonishing. So I'm promising to give you a solemn oath to excel while I'm showing you growth. So I exhale, and as I exhale, propel. With poems of passion and prosper, I learned that I'm proper. And to stand up, guys, for somebody, please check my posture as I pole vault over the precipice of pessimists and make sure to conquer and kill every obstacle without prejudice and furthermore without negligence. Because I realized you can't see the bigger picture develop if all you ever do is focus on the negatives. You see, I'm never regular. I'm bringing you extraordinary, etc. So next time you try to jump over the king, make sure you check, mate, because this is check, mate. You're playing checkers, I'm playing chess, and I'm already 10 steps ahead of you. Now I'm a champion to any challenger, upper echelon, a competitor, and you know my mind gonna stay on free. So please pray for the predator that preys on me, because if it's cause and effect, and my cause is to affect, well, I truly affect any cause because my cause is to project. You know, global ambiance of peace with every poem. So with every bar I show them a simile that's similar to serenity, and I smoothly smite all plight in spite of any iniquity. See, my gift to you, I give is me. Every bar squared times infinity, because this is my soliloquy. I never feared the consequence of my dominance. I was caught between poverty and opulence, where confidence meets competence. No college without a scholarship, and not for lack of cognizance or an absence of common sense, but political party congregants that all voted no, nigga, and consonant. So my consciousness became that of a columnist, poetic communist with a bad case of oral incontinency. See, I'm a modulus of this and that. Armed with a gift of gab that's Christmas rap. See, I've witnessed traps where pretenses lapse and the defenses lapse. And the only defensive acts are existential maps to help navigate you through those detrimental gaps of cause and effect. So I pause to reflect while scrutinizing on every scar and every flaw to correct. See, there's no applause to accept. I'm just appalled by regret and enthralled by a threat of psychosomatic ills because I'm addicted to success but want to be high off life. So now I know exactly how relapsing feels. See, I'm actually attacking with passion. Or is my passion in action that's actively asking a question for answers? See, I was infected by doubt and now I'm surgically removing the cancer, and my pen is a scalpel. You see, for me, writing is like breathing. Or dare I say bleeding, because every time I write, I attempt suicide. I bare my soul. I slit my wrist. I bleed ink to every page while I drown myself in a pool full of these words, and I hang myself with the lines from the page. I release all my rage. I get high from every sentence, and then I jump off the end of them into a pool of periods. And as I'm doing so, I want you to just stare and watch, and then maybe you'll understand a poet's paradox. Sincerely yours. Peace.
Yay!
Ooh, peace, peace. Spoken L said that was fire. He says Spit King. Spoken L. He's also a poet, a partner of mine as well. He's I guess you could say he's a vet. He's been on here 2 times. The second time he premiered his album Rappertree, and that is dope. Y'all gotta,
Ooh.
yeah, you gotta check him out. So same question. I can tell, but let the people know what fueled this. What was the mental space at the time of this poem being conceived, or what was the environment at that time?
So I wrote this piece because I we really be putting like tears, pain, love, hurt, right? And so what I come to understand, like when I write poetry now, I write it as if I could use it for a slam, right? I just mean like time wise,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? So as I'm writing now, it'd be like, yo, we really do all this for 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Like when I really sat back and thought about like analyzing like books upon books, like notebook after notebook after notebook after notebook, right? Of sleepless nights,
Mm-hmm.
of reliving certain shit. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it comes with the shadow work, but at the same time,
Yes.
right? It all culminates to standing up on a stage and putting on for other people
Yes.
to evaluate or to get something or to critique or to clap applause, whatever it is, right? That is gratifying them in that moment is happening because you decided to sit down and write something that may have been 10 pages long, but you had to edit, write, craft, reread, redress, do a lot of shit to pack it all in to something nice and tight and bite size. Right. So it was really like, that's the paradox of it all. And on top of that, while being this, having this ability to be a great magician with what you do, right? You have people telling you no.
Mm. Well, I guess we all can talk about that, right?
Right.
But we here though.
That part. So that was kind of like, really where my mind was at, in that, and right in that, just the paradox of what we go through as poets, what I'm saying, just to put on, and a lot of the times, I'm gonna tell y'all something, it don't be for us. It be for y'all.
Period.
It be for us, for the benefit of the release, but for the release to be the betterment of you. So that's the duality aspect of the purpose of why we all were created. But that's a whole nother topic.
Right. We'll be here for a minute.
They ain't ready for that. They don't have the understanding. They don't know the ledge when it comes to that point. So we gonna be forever, building and destroying when it comes to that. So yes. So while y'all got it a little hot, we're gonna take a little break. I normally say this after, but the both of y'all should also get on blastmusic247.com, and you got some of your stuff on EP already. You got some videos. You need to create you a little freemium account so you can get your stuff out there. They got their own little streaming thing. The tip jar goes to you. So right now we about to break to one of our independent artists. And this is my homie. He's out of Texas, Yamasani, with gratitude. Y'all need to follow him. He on YouTube too. He's fire.
Do you know who you are? Do you know where you're from? You are a superstar, don't let them fool you now. Do you know who you are? Do you know where you're from? You are a superstar, don't let them fool you now. Pay homage to the one that never make promise that he can't keep. Praise to you, hands raised to you, I would never lie. No, I lie for safety. Spit aquatic and my logic is a problem for them demons following you can't see. Gentlemen, a product of a great G, cause I did my goddess like I'm Shang-Chi. Put a ring, she ain't gotta thank me. Skin brown so they try to hate me. Menace to society, wait T, cause I got a higher vibe and great key. In the desert with my lions, all you do is lock us up. I provide the gate key. Strong mind, calm in a long line. Willpower at the height of 8-3. Down 2 when it come down to a clutch verse. I provide a late 3. Hammer MCs, you can't touch this. Like a far out away tree. Real ones I wanna link up and build with you. More than Kyrie calling KD. Learn from Elijah, Malcolm X, Louis Farrakhan, and Muhammad Ali. I remember growing up watching Mammy clean kitchen in a Tom and Jerry scene. Move on the low, make you marvel at my shape shifting like an honorary tree. 3 kings that are raised inside the kingdom. Guess it kinda made me. Praise to the most high, God is great. My response when you compliment me. She the one that gave it to you, better give it up. He the one that gave it to you, better give it up. Show appreciation for you, better live it up. Better give it up, gotta live it up. She the one that gave it to you, better give it up. He the one that gave it to you, better give it up. Show appreciation for you, better live it up. Better give it up, gotta live it up. Do you know who you are? Do you know where you're from? You are a superstar, don't let them fool you now. Do you know who you are? Do you know where you're from? You are a superstar, don't let them fool you now. Just trying to spread the good word, cause I heard it through the grapevine. Did you know you come from great minds? Did you know your DNA's 9? Did you know that there's a plan to keep your race locked up like Akon? Did you know your people battled on the stage different than the one from K-Shine? We was in the field, weapons in the shield, never hesitant to ref and it was real. Gave to each other, never had to put it in a fine print section of a wheel. Bathed with each other, close up, soap suds up to the chest, it was a thrill. Stayed with each other, kept you stepping in protection, done with aggression and we peeled. Do you know who you are? Do you know where you're from? You are a superstar, don't let them fool you now. Do you know who you are? Do you know where you're from? You are a superstar, don't let them fool you now. She She the one that gave it to you, better give it up. He the one that gave it to you, better give it up. Show appreciation for you, better live it up. Better give it up, gotta live it up. She the one that gave it to you, better give it up. He the one that gave it to you, better give it up. Show appreciation for you, better live it up. Better give it up, gotta live it up. She the one that gave it to you, better give it up. Better give it up. Show appreciation for you, better live it up.
That was John Masani with Gratitude. Now, I gave y'all a little preview, but I'm going to do it again. So, those of you who are independent artists like Yamasani, spoken word artists like my guest, y'all need to go on to blastmusic247.com and register for the what? FREE, the free, and get yourself a premium account. But guess what? It's not just for the artists. We also got accounts for the fans. So if you want to hear more independent artists from around the world, like you just heard, you too can set up a fan account and stream all these talents that we have, comedians, spoken word artists, singers, rappers, you name it, we got it. So that's blastmusic247.com, changing the industry one artist at a time. So what did y'all think about Yamasani? I always like to ask people that.
I enjoyed him. I enjoyed him.
Yeah. Definitely.
It gave me Lupe vibes.
Yeah.
It gave me Lupe vibes.
Yeah.
The song is escaping me, but the one where he's talking about on the water, where he's talking about like when I go, I'm gonna find the song and I'll let you know which one I'm talking about because I don't want to misspeak. But yeah, it gave me Lupe vibes. Shouts to bro.
Okay. So I think y'all heard this piece last week. I guess I'll share too. I got a little message. And I was asked, was I going to share the piece that I did? Because I actually did this and I shared it in Clubhouse and I didn't do it on the podcast. So this was shouts out to Malikia and Scott.
Yay.
Since I am co-moderators with them, you know, my phone goes off every day, all day. Okay. It's a group chat between the three of us with Elizabeth and Logan and PPP. So, you know, everybody is in different time zones. So, you know, when the text messages come through, it's 24/7. So, they threw in some prompts. And one of the prompts was sweat. So I'm going to go ahead and share mine, and it's titled Sweat.
Okay.
Hey, sexy. I see you for every time you've noticed me, offering passing by winks when purchasing your coffee. Waiting on the daily routine, he adds on to her conversation. She watches him in action as he sips. She drips. He sips and she drips. He sips and she drips while she bites her lip. He catches a glimpse of her uneasiness, smirks flirtatiously, blowing in his cup of coffee. She uncrosses her legs to stand up, and on the way, she catches a whiff. I'm a fan of oils. Gucci guilty mixed with his pheromones, making her temperature boil. Battling the shop's aroma, tantric glances manifest in bedroom dances, basically fucking themselves into a coma. You're gonna sweat me like Keith, wanting to make this ride last forever. Sweat pouring like water, thirst quenching, the antidote when you're under the weather, she boasts. Euphoric type encounters until you're comatose. She leans close to whisper, my nectar is the sweetest thing you'll ever know. More than a kiss on the collarbone. Sweat beads collect on his forehead as she trails her fingers, stomping at his cock. He inhales, damn, I gotta get back on the clock. Yet somehow time has stopped. Patrons on the go, unbeknownst of what's about to pop, both breathing heavily, searching for an exit, strategy, emergency, adrenaline rushing. They sneak off to a single bathroom for a quickie, lifting her dress, assisting her with her flexibility, legs pent, inserting his fingers deep in her essence, intoxically bent and aroused by her scent. You sure this is what you want? She moans, just enough for him to hear. He replies, indeed. So he begins to slide in the startled by the waitress. Oh my God, pardon self, sis. I didn't mean to interrupt your little daydream. What are you writing now? Hmm. Gathering herself, she smiles. The chronicle encounters of sex's water, edifyingly amazing treat. Sweat. Home. Sincere, don't do me like that.
Well,
Go ahead. What?
wow. Listen here. That coffee shop was popping. Like, I love the twist. It was the twist for me. It was a twist, and I'm real mad that I had my eyes closed, right? Because that little knock really brought me back. Like, wait, oh shit.
But you did exactly what I wanted you to do. I saw you. I was like, yeah, I got him. Cool. Because Malikia was like, yo, that was so dope. I love the fact that it was a daydream. I said, yeah, don't act like
Yeah,
has never experienced anything like that before, where you be in a whole conversation with somebody, but you done seen yourself elsewhere with them doing some grown ass things, and then you got to get brought back to reality. Like, oh my bad, part so.
yeah, that was genius. That was genius. That was dope. Yeah.
Appreciate it. So now it's fair game. Whoever want to go next, it's on y'all.
I started it, so I'm not. I'm
I
not
knew
doing
she
it.
was gonna say that.
I'll do it. I'll do it because my stuff isn't as long as Sincere's. That's the good thing.
Let's go, Taja.
What's up?
No, no, no.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Explain the name. Pen Poet.
Oh, so Mouthpiece from Clubhouse
Yes.
had
That's out
heard
the mouthpiece.
had heard me in these poetry streets, and he thought that I would be a good nomination for his club
The
called
wolf.
Wolf Hours.
Wolf hours.
So we were in
Oh,
a, we were in
I love the way they do that. I love the way they do that.
Yes.
I don't know how, but he wanted us to he asked me, he's like, if you had to name yourself, what would your name be? And I said it would be Pimp Potency, and he was like, that shit fire, that's yeah. And ever since then, like, that's what my Wolf Hours, unofficial Wolf Hours name is. So that's what I'm introduced as, is Pimp Potency. But I'll probably take the name with me when I publish my second book, probably, because I like it. And yeah, I like it.
Okay. Pen potency.
You're
Come
so
on,
funny.
give us some of that potentness.
Okay. Responsible for my passion, a declaration of my madness, sadness, gladness, misunderstandings. Journal hidden betwixt mattresses. What is a passion? Emotions with barely any remote controlling. Does this tragic shit make me talented, or is it opposite? Compositing parts of me so it'll stain your brain's flavor palette. Sporadic, like shaking packets. Rearranging alphabet magnets on canvas, asking, who's responsible for my madness? Who's responsible for this passion? Structure lacking, catching left-handed fuck yous, which is just an L backwards. Backpacking, handing in term papers, having to explain the panic attackings. In my chest cavity, wet from water splashings, back to reality, where gravity drags me from disassociating. Love craving, slow pacing, negating hard truths like eating spoiled fruits. A product or a passion. Neglectful environment decorated in entitlement. deciphering abstract roundabouts, creating mazes to hide within. Peace.
Ooh, yeah, that pen is more than potent. Shoot, that thing fire.
Thank you.
How old is that piece, or how recent?
Ooh, I would say probably a week. A week old.
Ooh,
It's
ooh, so that's fresh to the
fairly,
page.
yeah, I would say fresh-ish. It still got a couple of days to it. I wrote
Okay.
that that was prompt driven.
Uh-huh.
Russ had created a prompt in his space. I love Russ's
Shout out to
space,
Rush.
and his prompt was responsible for my passion, and I always juggle with the fact that I'm very talented, but it's coincidentally because of how my life was. So it's like if I was not given this hard life, would I be talented in this way? Would it be presented in this type of format, or would it be something different? And because I don't know the answer to that, I always mentally battle with the fact that I'm really good at writing, but it's only like that because I have so much crazy shit to write about. And if I didn't have the crazy shit to influence the pen, would the pen move? How would it move? What way would it move other than what I've been writing in?
Now you
So
know I'm about to get you right.
it's crazy.
So sincere, let me take this one, okay, brother? Because I know you feel what she's saying, but I know you know the other side of this, right? So let me say this, right? The first thing when it comes to poetry, right? Like for me, um, like you said, your life, what you've been through. Now, I have one surviving elder left out of the Fitch sisters, which is my grandfather's aunts and his mother. So my great grandmother, she was born in 1917 in Lynchburg, Virginia. Her and her sisters, and then they migrated north. And my aunt Helen, who is the last living survivor of them, she is 95. She she is the one out of her sisters that made it to go to college. Okay. So she had more experiences when it came to life than her sisters. She introduced me, and this is what helped me when she noticed I started writing poetry in third grade and sharing with her that I was molested by an uncle. And she had no knowledge of that. She didn't know what to say. She didn't know what to do. But because of her education, she introduced me to Maya Angelou. And the first book,
Amazing.
and
That's some
the
beautiful.
first book she gave me
That's amazing.
was her original copy of In the Heart of a Woman. And in that story, and this is why I bring this up, because everything you just said, when you think of a woman like Maya Angelou, her story is similar to ours. Who would she be had she not gone through that? That is that diamond in the rough. That's
Right.
that sandpaper getting you right, getting you sharp. You would still be who you were had you not experienced those things. You would still accomplish those things. It's just how much of your passion would be involved in it. You know, those people who surfacely dive into their talents, you can tell the difference. You ever notice how in movies and even in those spaces, if you do try to go into the music industry, sometimes people will say, oh, your writing is perfect, your song is perfect, but you don't have any experience. You know, you don't
Right.
have that extra grit. You know, you got it regardless of what you've gone through. Okay. And you, as I've said, you are so humble and you rarely like to toot your own horn. So
I
I
don't.
applaud you again for
Thank
coming
you.
on. This is the main reason why I wanted you on here because you are definitely one to be reckoned with. You are one that needs to be heard. And yes, because of your trials, you just don't know how many people you're going to bless, baby. You don't know.
You.
It's so many of them right now that probably is too shy, maybe too embarrassed to even come to you to tell you, you know what, you that poem really touched me. It really helped me. You just don't know what it did for me. Some people just ain't quite there yet, but what they would do is go talk to the next person. Hey, you know, I heard so and so, yo, she's fire. Let me let you hear what she spit the other night. And that's how we grow and that's how we help each other. So
Thank
do
you.
not get caught in that space of if I didn't. You did, you conquered it, and you shitting on that shit daily every time you wake up. And that's
Period.
see that,
Yes,
okay?
ma'am.
Definitely,
Thank
definitely.
you. You're so
Yes.
sweet.
No, I mean that, okay? I will be 43 in April, okay? And the life experiences that I've had, most people would say, yo, I don't even know if I could do that. Yo, you know, that's heavy. I said, well, life ain't light. You know what I'm saying? Life ain't light. Some
At
of us
all.
just got a little bit more hurdles to jump over than others. You know what I'm saying? Some of us got more detours, but as long as you kicking and breathing and you know you head each day with your head high and shoulders back, there's nothing that you cannot attain. So keep writing. You only are going to be greater, and you're not good. You're great. I don't want to hear good come out your mouth anymore. Okay,
Thank
you
you.
are beyond good. So, brother sincere, what you got up next for us, or if you would like to, you know, comment on
Um,
piece.
uh, Taja is one of those poets that from the first time I heard her, I was like, this is it. Like this is what poetry is supposed to sound like, right? Like this. Taja's so bad. Like it's just like in this tiny little voice, right? She come on with this
Yes.
just really tiny little voice, but the bars punch you in the fucking face,
Knowing
Thank
right?
she's
you.
And
only 5 feet, she writes like a fucking
a
giant.
giant, right? Like yo, there, there is I listen, listen, like listen. When I think of um explosive, right? When I think of uh something big in a small package, right? Like it's just DMX. Here comes the boom. Here
Love
comes the
DMX.
boom. Like that. That's
That's you.
what that
That's you.
that's what it
That's
that's what it
you.
gives. Not that's
Okay.
what it gives. That's what it gives. And you know what? I feel like poetry and artistry, whatever type of artist you are, this is the only place where you could be fans of your peers.
I love
That's
my
right.
peers. I
That's
love
right.
you. I love sincere.
And
I
it's
get so
no
excited.
shade, no hate. It's all love. We come
Yeah,
in
I love that. It's a big
peace.
community. There's no, because none of us are alike at all. Like we are very different. We come from different walks. We write different. We've seen different. We pin different. Our bars are different. And
Yeah.
there's no hate. There's no jealousy. There's no ego to me. It's like I don't think you can have ego in a space like this because
You
everyone is an
shouldn't.
individual. So
Exactly.
there's nothing to be jealous of because everybody is different and they pin in their own right. And the reason why
I love
I
that.
feel like the praise that I
Ooh,
get always, it always amazes me is because to me, I'm just doing what I've been doing. Y'all just get to hear me. Like
y'all just
I've
catching
been
up. That's
like
right. That's
y'all.
right. That's
This is a
right.
normal. This is a
Yes.
normal stream of consciousness.
You're like
I
this is a Friday. This
like
is a Friday.
yeah.
Just
It's
like
like
Monday. What?
but it's a gourmet meal to somebody that's starving. But
That's
this is just
right.
regular food for me. This is just something I've always done. I've always been in this pocket. I've always written the way I wrote, and it's like they be eating this shit up. It's like, bitch, what you doing? Like what is
The first
like
time I
what
went
you doing?
in Soul Soul sessions, the written pen and poetic black, like the first time I went in there, I did this piece. And of course, you know, the up north flavor came out, of course, but somebody else in there, and I can't remember who it was, but he was like, Sunshine, where are you from? And I was like, Jersey. Why? He said, I thought so. He said, because the way this piece came off, he said, I thought you was about to start spitting 16 bars. He was like, and it also put me in the mind state of like Eric B. and Rakim. I said, well, baby, that's the era I come from. So, you know,
Your accent, the way you
minded,
do
all of that. Like,
right.
that is the era that I come from. So, like, even when I had the opportunity to build with KRS-One, when he was giving me praises about, you know, his build sessions with my two sons, I told him, I said, well, you know, tip your hat as well, because you are part of the reason why my mind is shaped the way that it is. And then once I exposed to him who my brother was, because my brother was the first person to really grow up with him and stuff, he looked at me and was like, that explains it. So that part when you said you took me back, and I don't know if many poets had an experience like this, but when you said we are all different, our pen is different, you know, we have different perspectives, we're the same. You know, there is a way of positively critiquing someone's shit.
Girl.
And then there is a way
Let's not do this.
Change someone's shit sound like yours. And out of the siblings, because I grew up originally in a polygamy household first. So my father, there's quite a few of us. But the oldest male, shouts out to my big brother Malik, who is, his ink is so magnanimous. Like, I got to give it to my
you
big
need
brother.
To come on Clubhouse.
I've been trying to get him to come on. He came on early because I've only been on Clubhouse for a year. So when I first got on, he came in a few times, but now he's working a different job. So around the times that we're doing armed security, so he can't on with us. But he has been on here twice. But this one day he came to North Carolina to go stay with me, and when he realized, oh, my little sister really got an artist space, like an artist community. She really out here. She really doing it. So, you know, my brother, love him. He trying to pour into me, and he saw that I was writing something on my phone. So he was eyeballing me so much, and I said, just take it, read it, because I know that's what you want to do. I almost lost it when he handed me my phone back. Not only did he interject words that he felt I should have put there, he put them in bold red text.
Like, do this instead.
Now, I am a Taurus, April 25th. So you got me seeing red, bruh, and I'm seeing red. I mean, the nostrils was flaring and everything. I was so pissed off because I never would do that to anybody, ever, because that's someone's peace. You don't interject on someone's peace. That's worse than stepping on somebody's brand new kicks. You feel me? Like, that, to me, that is the ultimate.
That has started many a fights. That has started many a fights. There are still people.
People who do that, the bumping of the shoulder, all of that. Like, that energy, that's how I felt when he did that to my poem. And I explained to him, I said, you write that way. That's the way you speak. I speak that way, but as they say in some religious spaces, you don't want to lose anybody speaking over anybody's head. So why not make it plain? So my avenue is making it plain. I'm going to give it to you straight like it's milk, baby. You know, the best milk on the planet, breast milk. You feel me? You're going to be able to take it in. You're going to be able to ingest it. And it's going to be able to fortify your soul. And that's the purpose. And that's the reason why I write the way that I write.
And I love it. I love that we all... Of course, because I see
we all don't need to sound like each other. That's what we got with the mumble rap now.
When sincere comes, I know a sincere poem.
That's right.
I know what Sunshine sounds like. I know what Geronimo sounds like.
That's
I
right.
don't need to see their PTRs to know that's their voices. I know that that's their voices. I know that's their pen. And I always get hell because it's like, oh, you don't title yourself. Oh, your stuff
So,
is too short. It's like, listen, I'm gonna do what I want to do, and you're gonna
regardless,
eat it or not.
we're not.
But I'm not gonna change it because why would I do that?
I'm
Like,
not making a new fucking meal. Okay,
I'm
when you
not.
sit
You
at
gonna eat
this
it
table,
and you gonna go
you
to
This
gonna
bed.
get.
day, you gonna
You
get
can
this
you
meal
can
and
eat
you
sleep.
gonna eat it or not. That's it.
You can eat
It
some
ain't nothing else
sleep.
coming.
Me and written in pain was like this. Taja, you gotta write longer. Taja, and then eventually he came around. Now he loves me because
Mhm.
I'm not doing jack. I'm
Because
going.
but you know what, to the defense, and I'm not making excuses, but no, it's like, you done got everybody all warmed up and all ready, and then it's just,
Should have been
oh
prepared.
damn, I ain't get mine. She got hers, but I ain't get mine. So
You
really,
what
if people just
gotta
say
hear.
you
You
leave
gotta
us
think. You
in
gotta
suspense and you leave them
you
craving
gotta
wanting more,
activate
that's what they
this.
really trying to say, but they
Listen,
just don't want to say it.
if you activate this, you can
I'll be
hear
full. I
That's
if
don't know
you
right.
about y'all.
activate this,
Full every
you
time.
everything that I say is everything that I said.
That's right.
I don't have to write 3 minutes. If I wrote 3 minutes in the abstract way that I write, people still wouldn't understand what the hell I'm
They
saying.
would get fucking lost, yo.
It's like,
If
oh,
you
that's
can't
cool.
grasp it in this stanza, what the hell do you make think I'm gonna need to give you a whole
And I love them. They're
doctoral?
my babies. I love all of my poetic friends that I've made. But some of them, if I give you a minute and a half and you couldn't understand it, I don't know what I could tell you in two to
I
three
gotta do for
minutes.
you.
There's nothing that I could tell you in 2 to 3 minutes that you didn't get in a minute and a half. But I've accepted challenges that wanted me to write longer. And it's like, did you understand that? I think the wordplay was cool. Of course you did. But did you understand what I said? And
Yeah.
that just proves my point. Like, I've been writing long way before I've been writing short because my vocabulary wasn't as long, so I needed more words to explain what I was saying. But when you get real good, you don't necessarily have to have all of that filler.
That's
But I
right.
wrote long to appease masses. You still didn't get it. So it's like, don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to do. I'm gonna
Yeah.
do what I want. Thank you.
That's right.
That part.
I'm gonna do
Oh,
what I want. But I love
That
Sincere.
part.
And when he say
yeah.
sincerely yours, when he used to be all up in Queen Bee Bar Goddess spaces, just light up the whole room because his disposition is so
That's right.
nice. He's just such a like a free spirit. I just want to
And
give
it's
everybody a dap, give everybody a nice bottle of cold water, and recite some poetry. I ain't here to cause beef.
All right.
I'm just here to make y'all
it's
smile, man.
poetry around here. You know what I'm saying? It's up.
I love that, you got us both because I'm a big fan of Sincere's. If ever you have the availability to do a collab, I'm on board.
Yeah, I love it when I
Got you.
get see look breaking news, the ding 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 ding
For
ding ding ding
real,
ding
because
ding
his
on this thing.
a positive spirit. Like, I feel like he could be like one of those mentors that teach the young kids around the schools,
Definitely,
like the
definitely. And I
the
would love to
mentors,
tell you,
like the
sincere,
Big Brothers program.
yeah, the brothers, heavy energy, T Walker. That was Born King in the ad, but Terrence Walker, he's on Bandcamp, he's on everything. I just recently, if later on you go to Facebook, I just recently reshared his videos. He just released another album, but he's a fire ass poet too. And one of the sessions that they had up on the land, because they have this land in Yadkinville, North Carolina, where they have the alkaline waters coming from the natural source, and they have fire therapy where we go have big ass bonfire and we spit poetry,
That sounds real
freestyle.
cool. I love stuff like
Yes, like I
That's all
mean,
your vibe.
that. I
I
do.
tell you, it is such a vibe. It is that place is such a vibe, and no one, and this regardless of what I already know to be fact, but no one can ever discredit me and my thoughts when I took my sons there. And my oldest son, at the age of 10 years old, the moment he took his shoes off and he just sat there and he just started doing this, and I said, "What's wrong?" He said, Umi, I feel so powerful here.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
He said,
Especially kids. Kids can feel
yeah.
it.
He said,
Kids good
I
energy.
feel like this is where we're supposed to be. He's 10. This is when he was 10. This is the that's going to be the 12-year-old next
Hell
month.
yeah.
But
Mm.
and so to know that that space was there, I make sure anything that I am connected to, because just so y'all know, anywhere I go, I'm snatching y'all with me. Okay, that's what I
Definitely.
do. So I was the PTA president at their school last year. I was in charge of that, and I was the COVID contact tracer. So I was at their school all day long with them. And when they had, the events of trying to get the parents to come back in to do different parent teacher nights, I had Terrence Walker come. We had a creative writing for the kids. He brought out posters of himself, like in an astronaut, and different little paintings that they have for their soliloquies that they have every February. And these children wrote short stories or poems for the first time ever.
I love that. I like young
Okay.
That's
kids.
what's up.
And this is the type of spaces that I'm a part of, and I always pull people in. And guess what he's doing now? Teaching at a school.
Mm.
He hit me up. He said, "Sunshine," he said, "Yo, you bringing me in to do that really got me to understand what my calling was." I said, "I knew what your calling was the first day you and your brother linked with my boys. I saw it. Whenever we go to events, like they take off and run from me like that's their uncles for real, for real. And then I don't see them there with them, helping them out, volunteering, whatever they need done, like they up under them. So, he's doing his thing now, making the strides and advances. And I definitely see you doing that, Sincere. That is so needed. Anywhere y'all end up planting, where you are now or where you choose to move to, I just hope that that's one of the things that you start looking to get into, because our young kings need this so much,
Yeah.
because are not given the proper tools on how to deal with these emotions. And no disrespect to the mothers, because I have two sons and I talk straight the fuck up with mine. So some mothers don't, and some mothers don't talk to them in the proper way either. You can't be you can't be hating the black man all the way through and through and then trying to raise one or two in your own household. That's not going to work. And I'm tired of being in those spaces where the sister is, I mean, dragging the brothers. The men ain't shit. The black man ain't this, but you got two, three, four young black men growing up in your house, and this is what they hearing come from you. Because we got to pour in differently, because these are the new men that are going to take over. Sincere, you are definitely, every time I hear you, that's where you take me, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Thank
Glad that
you.
you said that, because wholeheartedly, every time I hear you spit, I'm like, man, all we just need is some more young black kings to hear him. That's all we
I
need.
feel like he could teach a STEM class, like robotics and mechanics and shit, at a library.
Yep. And my son, he's been doing at the Yeti Club.
Like
They
he just
just
has
say,
a good disposition. Like I after school program for the little kids, the middle school kids, the ones that need a little more guidance and stuff. He just gives
that's
off
right.
really good energy. That's not roar. I'm a man. Like listen to me. Like nah, I have some stuff to say because I've lived a life
That's
and I've
right.
earned the right to tell you what I have to say. And if you're willing to listen, I can put you on game with some shit, but I'm not gonna force you over here. But if my energy gravitates toward you, I'll be happy to oblige. I like that approach. And I feel like he does that with all of the things that he does, especially with his poetry. Because he doesn't ask anyone to be friends with him or be cool with him. It's just like, I'm just sincere.
That's right.
Fuck with me or not. Whatever.
Great at just being you, and watch what attracts to you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's the best thing. And I
Yeah.
honestly feel like, and that's the energy that all three of us possess as well. We just us. We just be us. We just do us. And
Yeah.
doing us allows other people to see the greatness within us, and then also they benefit from what comes out of us.
Yeah.
So
That's a
sincere,
fact.
you can go anywhere with your next piece that you may so please, sir.
All right. Okay. All right. All right. So this piece is called "How Life Works." They think I'm crazy. Maybe I'm crazy. They think I'm crazy. Possibly. I love you to death. I love you to death. You know, I heard someone say this, and I couldn't help but think that dying for love is completely irrational. So, does it ever get tactical? You know, a field of war? Is it really warfare when they say that all is fair in love and war? So, if love is love, do you feel it from your Marine Corps? Like, like how much is triage is needed to treat trauma without a band-aid? You know, treating a broken heart with alcohol to tend to the open wounds while pastoring peace to feel like you had hands laid. You see, it's always the same story. It's the tale of a handmaid. You know, with tears go from lakes to rivers and pools of chaos. They feel so man-made. Well, did man make love? Because for sure he made war. You see, everyone concerned with God. But what about the mama of Thor? Because learning to nurture nature is what a mother is for. They say we're in the matrix, but somehow everybody want to act like they ain't come out of a womb before. So you choose to battle with a beast. So in spiritual war, you need soldiers for your infantry. They say Jesus, I say ISIS, because for me there was no J into the 15th century. And I'm not religious. I'm spiritual. I use my spirit as a ritual because spirit, it means breath. And if breath is equivalent to air and the trees equal life, then how can anyone say I love you to death? Think about it. I need you to please sort it. You say you gonna die for love when the only thing you really had to do was breathe for it. You know, we plant seeds, we fertilize to grow, and we root it to branch out. So the only thing you really had to do was put a leaf on it. They say tree of life and tree of knowledge. Well, they both grow from the same roots, and there's no need to put beliefs on it because I know that life happens on a cycle and time is on infinity. So if life is nothing but vibrations, then the frequency of love is the highest form of energy. And energy never dies because everything living, it has a breath. You know, water is a living organism. So how can anyone say I love you to death? I ain't come here to preach. I just came here to say that love is a destination, and the vessel that you're riding in, it takes you to the frequency you need to reach. You see, frequency speaks and hurts. So does it hurt? So before you try to put love in a hearse, saying I love you to death, I want you to love yourself to life first. Because love is creation. Love. Love is how life works. So how your life works. They think I'm crazy. Maybe I'm crazy. They think I'm crazy. Possibly. Sincerely yours. Peace.
Sincerely yours, please. I love that so much. The way he ends his shit. Woo!
I
That's
love
like
it.
whoo. And this one, like
Love it. Love it.
yeah,
Love
I
it.
get I get teary eyed when I hear this one all of the time. Cause you hit like every single aspect in that poem, and you make people think about shit that they think that they done buried. You know what I'm saying? Like it's pulling that shit out. Like, nah, we not holding on to that. Get that shit up out of there. So, we got things to do and you can't hold on to old shit. You gotta make room for the new shit. And yes, it's still like, man, it's I always get taken.
Listen, like it's
Like,
the age of Aquarius. I'm outside hugging trees,
yeah,
drinking
that's
water. So you better come get some of this water, all
exactly.
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like I be up in another galaxy every time. Like you take me on a trip every time, and that is so fire. Um,
Taja got the food. I got some water. Like y'all better get to eating out here.
like
Okay.
Right.
for real, like for real. Like folks just don't know. Like, yeah, I'm sipping on a little wine right now. That's that Snoop Dogg shit. See,
How is that? How is that, by the way?
shouts out to my Suge, my big sis, Crazy Carla. She has her podcast Thursday nights on Blast, Crazy Carla Concoctions, where she always have her libations with her. And
Hmm.
and we just did a regular night of just women talking about things one night on the podcast, and she put me on, and man, when I tell you, yeah, it's nice, real nice. I was just
It's nice. It's nice.
I
Do
haven't
do
had
do
like
it? Is it
do like
infused with like THC? Is it infused with
no,
THC or is it just wine? It's just wine.
This
it's
is one.
just
It's
wine.
just wine.
I
Okay.
think I left the bottle. Oh look, I left the other bottle, but the
Nah,
unopened.
cause that's
But
just like that's the branding of Snoop Dogg. You hear Snoop Dogg, you think weed. I'm
yeah,
sorry, that's
you
just what
did,
I
but
think of
I swear,
That
it.
man got a whole cookie.
I'm gonna put it like this: this wine hit like it might do. Only reason why I say that is because I haven't had any hard liquor since the New Year. I let me go get some wine. And this is what it's been. I ain't been going to the ABC store for Nathan. I go right to food line.
Hey, that's another thing. Like moving down here. I wasn't used to going
Bruh.
to the grocery store and being able to buy beer, wine, and shit like that. Like you had to
But
go to the liquor store.
I'm
Like,
mad about how you can't get it on Sundays. Like you
oh,
have
that kills me. That
in
kills. I'm sorry, it
Jersey.
don't kill me, but
I don't know nothing
Yeah,
it
about that
really
because I live in the
it
South.
grinds my gears.
yeah.
It
See, like
it
in
grinds
Jersey,
my gears.
you can go to the liquor
That's
store. The
crazy. We get our
LQ
shit from
is
Walmart.
But no, yeah, but the LQ is where you get your beer, you get your hard liquor, and your wine. And it
That's
don't
crazy.
close until 10, 11 o'clock at night in some places.
That
And it's
part.
home open 7 days a week.
That's crazy.
You come down to the
That part.
bar, they like, no, hell no. But during COVID,
Nah, hell no. Ain't-
it was open every day. They was getting that money and they was delivering it. So
Oh
so
yeah, they fucked them up. They changed the game when they started delivering liquor. Boy, what?
from the restaurants and
Deliver
everything.
a
Yeah, I
bottle.
was like, what? I could get this on DoorDash. Hold up, wait a minute.
Yeah, silly. But yeah,
So
especially in the South.
yeah, so to piggyback off of that one, shouts out to RL. That's another brother. His born day is the day before mine. He is April 24th. He is another poet, brother of mine that's out of Brooklyn, New York. He has a mentoring young men's mentoring program called Bolt. So hint, sincere. I am going to do a group chat on Facebook because he loved the video of you that I shared last week. He was
Well,
one
you
of
know
the
what I'm saying? Put it together. You know what I'm saying? Listen,
so,
I'm ready to collaborate and you know what I'm saying and really just share the vibe. Like it's uh, it can only go up. It can only
that's
go
right.
up. It can only go up. You know what I'm saying? I feel like when you get with like minded individuals, like it's
Indeed.
inevitable. It's just
Indeed.
gonna happen.
Yes, and it's called Bolt. The ages for the young males are 7 to 17, and I've had the opportunity to be a guest speaker 2 times, and last year was the second time. And this was a piece that when he asked me the day that he asked me to do it, I came up with this piece because again, being a black woman, I cannot see myself not supporting my black man. You feel me? We were designed for each other. So I really feel that I have nothing against anyone, but I do need to support those that look like me. I do need to play my part in uplifting and pouring into because you look like me. You know, regardless of what you do with the energy I spare you, I did my part. And again, I have two sons. So I can't be pouring into my sons and giving y'all hell on the outside. Like that makes no sense. So this piece here is just basically after I wrote it, something like you, Taja, look, it didn't have no title until after I wrote it. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm.
just wrote it and then the title came. So here we go. Society says don't dwell on what ifs. Well, what if I told you this life, this here life, really ain't that hard, sis? Taking care, creating balance for self and those around you aren't the only moments of bliss. Searching past that centerfold grin, digging deep within, sorting through baggage of laundry filled of thoughts and acts of sin, scrambling, looking in the mirror. Damn, where do I begin? Yes, what doesn't kill you should make you stronger at will, at spirit, and at heart. But you gotta do one thing, just let go of the brake and start. What if, what if I told you it's a must for you to allow yourself to trust, drowning in pillows of tears, fears, and dreams and past day screams? It may seem like a painful task. It's time to heal that hurt hidden behind that mask that you rock so effortlessly. Feel me when I say I remember those days, chasing two bags, working like my body had no limitation, all while seeking an education in the midst of a separation. Extremely late nights stuck on contemplation, meditation. Yes, meditation. Meditation is what led to the creation, a reframing of the mind, understanding it's my duty to shine because these young kings of mine. What if you get stuck in time? Who will be present to prevent their decline? Poem. So when I say I love y'all. And this was before having sons of my own. I love y'all.
Those those be the the most introspective questions. What if, and I feel like asking those questions is like we usually know the answer, right? It's like we ask for this, like, what I'm saying, I want you to think about it,
Mhm,
right? I really want you to think about like what if, right? Because I got the answer for me, right?
mhm,
I know what I did when this happened, right? But what would you do? And and anything what I did, if that resonates with you, you probably do that too.
indeed.
Right out there, right.
Like that. And I definitely have to say, shout out to your queen, your wifey, because I know for a fact for you to operate in the way that you do, that y'all do a lot of keeping each other balanced and pouring into each other equally.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
praises due to the almighty queen. Okay, tell her I give her my love to her because I can tell through the interactions with you that there is a healthy chemistry between the two of you, and that in itself is what's needed to be seen on such a broader and grander scale. But we get to see that through you. So yeah, you're also
Yeah.
not only in this space of poetry, but you also are exhibiting the true light of what Black love is and what it represents and what manifests from it.
It's really communication is one of our biggest things. We talk a lot, and she's actually like my best friend, and I tell people this all the time. If the person that you with, if you can't be friends with that person, then being in a relationship don't fucking matter. It ain't gonna last because y'all
Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like you
you
gonna
know,
y'all go get on each other nerves, y'all go do a whole bunch of shit, right? But as long as y'all can stay friends, you know what I'm saying? Like as long as y'all can be friends, you know, in your relationship where y'all laugh, where y'all play, where y'all do friendly shit. You know what I'm saying? That those things that don't really require much, but that really get lost in complacency and time in the
yes, sir.
relationship, right? So, um, my wife and I we've been together for 6 years, but prior to this, we dated back in college 10 years ago. So we had
Wow.
uh, re what I could say, rekindle what we had and picked up from where we left off, but I guess in better phases of our lives. Uh, so it's really it's really cool what we have, but she's definitely my best friend. So I'd say that's the the biggest part of why I feel like our relationship is successful and why it seems easy. It doesn't, it has its
It
moments
doesn't make
where,
it feel like
but
work.
it
You know,
don't, yeah, it don't seem like work. Like people, yeah, like, people tell you, like, marriage is hard and, you gotta like work at it, right? And I say no, like I don't think it's hard. I think once you've worked on yourselves and if you're doing that together and two people can see one another working towards that peak,
indeed.
then ultimately it becomes you know kind of like cheering each other on to get there,
Mhm.
right? And I don't know about for anybody else, but um anything that has a little bit of you know competition or competitive nature to it, it definitely makes drive you to push you a little bit further,
And
right?
this is
So
and right there where you said competitive nature. Let's break that down because it's not competitive in
no,
the
I don't mean I'm
no, no,
competing with
no.
her.
I know you. I know that's not what you mean. But for people who may not get it, let's break that down because really what it means is the support of each other makes you want to go harder and makes you want to
Right,
more. It's not literally battling against each other. So many people say that, and I be looking at them like, man, I see why y'all got that.
right. It's more it's more of a battle against the mountain, right? Like we're both climbing, right?
Yep.
We're both climbing. I got her zip tied to me. I'm zip tied to her, and as we get stronger in our different abilities of supporting one another, it makes it easier to get to the top of this mountain. And as we're getting to that peak, it's like go, you know what I'm saying? And that that makes me want to reach up and grab some more, and vice versa,
That's right.
until we finally get there. But definitely, uh, she for sure is my best friend, and our relationship is fun. Like even now, just before the law, I'm sitting down and she'll come, give me love, and she'll be like, are you gonna trap me? If I come give you love, are you gonna trap me? And at one point I'd be like, nah, I'm not. And then she'll come and give me some love, and I, keep her there, and I won't let her get up and shit like that. But now I just be like, if you come down here, there's a chance you might get trapped. You might not be getting up for a little while. And it's
But
funny, like
you all
the
know,
yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's just like we real playful. So, um, yeah, big shouts to her, and shouts to everybody. All those people who are in relationships. All those people who are out there loving on one another.
right.
Because again, like I said in my piece, love is where it's at. Like, so love love all those people to life. Love those people who are close to you. Love them to life. And keep pouring out and putting that love out there, because that's the only thing that's really going to raise the vibration. That's the only thing that's going make a shift and do, like I say, it's gonna be up and it's stuck. You feel me? Like, that's what's gonna happen.
That's right. That's right. Um, Before we go, I definitely I want to give a shout out. Um, Especially when you talk about, like, a lot of things that you said really reflects a cousin of mine. His name is Rob Young. He was a producer of Third Son Productions. Um, our family just found out that he transitioned. Um, he was found in his home on a couch. His job did a welfare check and sent the police, and they found him sitting on the couch at home. So my cousin was 56. He lived in Virginia and sometimes in Dubai. His beautiful wife Azalea and the children. I want to say peace, love, and light to them. But a lot of the things that you said, my cousin was on that same wave, and he was very intricate when he found out that I had a podcast. He was like, and I'm about to give y'all up. My family calls me Moni, like Moni Love. I get the Queen
Money now, oh, yeah,
the Queen Latifah and the Moni Love. That's what I've been called all my life, and so he was like everything that I did when it came to writing, pushing. My cousin Tommy, who is original member of Cameo, pushing.
Jersey got some powerhouse queens coming out of there. That's all I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying? Jersey got some powerhouses coming up out of there. You feel me?
Yeah. So I definitely wanted to just shed some light on him, because brothers like you, like him, that operate in the energy that you do need to be celebrated more. Taja, sisters like you need to be celebrated more. Sisters need to be more supportive of each other. I even have a piece about that maybe one day I might share on here and on Clubhouse. But I want y'all now to take this time, shout out your peoples, your folks, or whatever else. Give your socials and stuff for people that they can find you, where they can hit you up. Y'all looking for collabs, just know y'all energy better be right or they ain't fucking with you. I'm gonna just say it like that.
At all.
So whichever
Go ahead,
one
Tanja.
you go first.
I do not have too many shout outs. Shout outs to Sunshine for having me. Thank you so much. It was a wonderful opportunity. I'm glad I'm here. The vibe was vibing. I'd be up and through these clubhouse streets, and
They texting me right now.
I'm dope. I'm dope. So yes, great.
She's dope in real life.
In real life, yes.
Life.
In 4K. Mr. Sincere.
Wait, where they find you on IG? Isn't it at Truth Serum?
Yes, it's my IG is Truth Serum, truth dot serum underscore. Holla at me.
And Clubhouse. And she has Bubbles as her picture on Clubhouse. You do not know I have to paint a picture of her for someone because that's their favorite character, and they just recently beat cancer. So I'm using Bubbles kicking cancer in the ass so I can present that with them as a gift.
Bubbles is real soft and sweet, but Bubbles get down.
Like Bubbles shit up though. Like she like hit you with them eyes. Hit you with them eyes. Yeah. 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 Cyclops ain't have shit on Bubbles. Look around and find out.
All right,
Hey, y'all know the vibes is up and it's stuck. Shout out to, first and foremost, shout out to the Great Spirit, you know what I'm saying? Shout outs to my mama. You feel me? Uh, and shout outs to my family. Shout outs to Clubhouse. Shout outs to my Clubhouse family. Shout outs to my Instagram family. Shout outs to the Deadly Pins. Shout outs to the Lost Tribe of Poets. Shout outs to Penn Station. Uh, those are part of the collectives I'm a part of. So shout outs to all of those. And shout outs to Sunshine, of course, for having me on, for bringing me up. You know what I'm saying? For being a conduit for all things love, light, and abundance. Like it don't get no better than this right here. So, but definitely have to shout out you and your space. So I thank you. And shout out to me. Shout out to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I definitely got to shout myself out. You know what I'm saying? Because without me, you know what I'm saying? Like, you wouldn't be here, right? Like you wouldn't
Right.
be here. Like,
Right. You want to
right,
be
come on.
right.
All right, like, you here? All right. And
That's that
y'all
jealousy.
can you feel me? Like for real, like you know what I'm saying? Like, all right. So y'all can follow me at sincerely underscore yours 86 on Instagram. You can also follow me at the Lost Tribe of Poets on Clubhouse. You can follow the Lost Tribe of Poets on Instagram as well. And for all those that don't have anything to do tomorrow, okay, if you don't got nothing to do tomorrow, this is what I want you to do. Run up my TikToks, you heard? At sincerely yours 86. Yeah, on TikTok, you could do that. You ain't got nothing to do
Is it the
Yo,
same way as it's written right here?
how do I get back into my TikTok? Like I logged in, right? And it gave me a whole different name, but I already got a TikTok that's out there that I can't get back in. I don't know what to do.
Wait, well, maybe what email did you put it to? Try going back to your original email from.
The phone number, it gave me a whole nother page. It did everything fucked up, and I'm mad because I created one for my sons and then mine. I can go in, I'm logged in on my sons. I can go find my original page, but I can't get back to it to get it on my new phone. I am so upset.
Sincere, isn't it the
You,
way it's written down here?
no, it's no underscore. It's just sincerely yours 86 on TikTok.
Hmm.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not that well versed in
It's
TikTok. I'm more of an Instagrammer.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Uh,
Yeah, and trust me, Snapchat and TikTok is new for me. I because of the podcast and everything, there's like you got to get on, you got to do these things. So I am fresh to these. Like I think I'm just getting a
yeah.
year in on these things. So if you happen to get a follow from Royal Sons Enterprises, that's me. That's just my son's page.
Okay. Okay.
All
Like,
right.
listen, I'll be following everybody. Anybody who follow me, I just follow,
Anybody,
follow,
turn
follow,
up, turn
follow.
up.
I be handing out. I be handing out follows like Oprah be handing out gifts. You know what I'm saying? You get a follow. You get a follow. You get a follow.
All right, that's what it is. Well, I thank the stars for the both of y'all. Okay, y'all have a special place in my heart. You always will. I cannot wait for us to actually be able to collab and to meet up in person.
Yeah.
And now you look. And little Tasha don't even know. I've been wanting to come to the booth for so long. You just
Come
don't
on here.
understand. I've been trying to plot to either go to Shreveport, to go to the NO or something, but I'm coming to
Yeah.
the booth. So now I got a definite reason to
Wait,
link up.
hey Taja, can I get a baby?
Yeah,
No,
they
Can I,
gonna be.
get
You
out of
ain't
here.
not one time you ain't gonna
Get
see with
out
a
of here.
baby.
No, because I don't know what y'all be hearing when we say that because it just sounds so regular.
But okay, but can you just hit it for us just one good time?
we
Just
here at
yeah,
Louisiana.
If
hit
if
that.
I say it, it's not gonna satisfy y'all because I know how y'all want me to say it, but I know how I be saying it. It's just baby.
How you
Alright,
say it? How you say it then?
It's just baby. That's it.
Okay.
it's
We
this
don't
baby.
his
It's just
baby.
me.
Y'all want to hear it like
She still
7
got a
E.
twang on it though. She just
It's
don't know because it's
it's
regular
baby.
for her.
She like y'all want me to put something on it that ain't on there. Like I told you, it's
Yeah,
mustard,
like
ketchup, and pickles, and you want me to put mayo on it. I'm telling you, it's not on there. Like, all right, we got you. I got you.
y'all try. No, it's okay. I every time every time.
I
Every
love
time.
it.
It's
I
okay. I
love
don't
it.
get offended by it. I think it's adorable because I also think that you both have accents.
Oh, I know I
Um,
do. Let me tell
like,
you something. I
but it's
know I
very.
do. And
You
people
want me to
tell
hit you
me,
with a Lil
they
Wayne like
say,
a
look, look,
babe?
look. People don't have no problem. When I moved to
I
North Carolina, first of all, they ain't had no problems with calling me a Yankee. And
not
then
again.
they tell me, oh, yo, when you get upset, ooh, it comes
Y'all be
out.
getting upset. I
They
think
was
it's
So
like,
cute.
I just realized something, and okay, I'm not gonna do that no more. I'm not gonna stereotype our people.
No,
I'm not gonna do it.
you
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it now. I just thought
see.
about that. I reflected on
So
that. I know what
we're
I
not,
wasn't
we're
born
not
and
going to
raised in New
stereotype
Orleans.
no more.
But that's another thing. I wasn't born and raised in New Orleans. Now, New
Where you was born
Orleanians
and raised at?
in Kenner, Louisiana.
Ooh,
That's
okay,
so I hear what you hear. I know exactly what you're talking
okay.
about. I just don't have it. So you need a
I,
New
Hold
Orleanian
up, hold
from
up, hold
okay.
up.
from
First,
over there. You need the one.
first, no, 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 no. She ain't getting past this. She's Southern Belle for real, baby. Go ahead, Southern Belle.
I just live here, but
That's
I know what you
right.
mean.
She from Louisiana.
So
Lit here.
Serious or
That was
Wisconsin.
funny.
nah, shit.
But,
If you go on Bourbon or
uh,
St. Charles, you gonna get exactly what you asking for. You gonna get exactly that from Holly Grove and the Ninth Ward and all. You gonna get exactly what you
yeah,
asking. You gonna get the Yermans and all of
yeah.
You gonna get
Shout
all
out
that.
to my brother News
All
Mo because
right.
that's where he's from, the
Y'all
Ninth
gotta come
Ward.
down here. I'm surprised y'all not down here now during Mardi Gras season. That's what all of the
No, no, no.
accents at.
Listen to me. I told you I work for the government.
Oh yeah.
So
So
that's
I
actually
couldn't
on
coordinate
on
something.
my like bucket list to
No,
go
no, no,
to
no,
Mardi
no,
Gras.
no, 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 no,
You
no,
should.
no, no. Remember the words that we use speak life. It's not bucket. We don't
Yeah, yeah,
we
yeah.
Y'all should come
That's
down
on
so
here.
my to do list. It's on
Let's
our
my to
spend the
do
life
Mardi
list.
Gras down here. It'll
because
be
that's our
fun.
lifeless. Yeah, lifeless. Yeah. But I'm coming,
You should.
baby. Let me tell you, because I'm planning for next year's
We don't
Mardi
have
Gras.
alcohol stores that close. We have
Oh,
drive-through daiquiri shops.
trust. I know. I heard
We have drive-through
My
daiquiri shops. We
homegirl
have
was FaceTiming me riding through like, bitch, you see
yes,
this?
Like,
yes.
like,
You could get
like,
alcohol at Walgreens.
Yes,
You could buy
yes.
liquor
I
at
am
like,
Walgreens.
next year.
can I
I'm
can I
putting
get a
it in.
strawberry daiquiri with a number two?
Yeah,
The number two.
And a number-
Yeah, I'm
and a
putting it
shot of
next year
Everclear.
Mardi Gras.
Yeah,
You know what? I'm gonna hit up Maliki and all of them too. We're gonna say
Today
next year.
we
Next
going
year
to
we're gonna do
Louisiana.
Mardi Gras. Yeah,
yeah.
we going to the
We
booth
We
drink.
going
next
to
year.
Louisiana.
We're some drinkers. They have
Yes.
all sorts of hand grenades and
I
this and
just want
that.
to dance so I can get my beads. That's all I want to
Yeah,
do.
the
I want.
tourists love it here. They
That's what I
love
want to
it.
do. I want to
You
get
can
in
eat
the
that shit up.
line and I want to get my beads.
Our liquor stores don't close. You can buy liquor whatever. You can get liquor at Walgreens.
Dang,
Look,
right by the baby,
listen,
right by the paper.
Yeah, no, it's behind the back with the tobacco. The corner stores got liquor. Every place has liquor. You can buy liquor wherever at
Look at
whatever
here,
time.
look at there, look at everywhere.
Yeah, we drink it for real.
Literally. Look, see, all right, we about to switch gears because now we got to take all this fun stuff and switch it all over the clubhouse before I get another text message from them.
Yes, I was about to say, ain't you supposed to be somewhere?
Yeah.
Be there, and Malikia said and sent a message that our goal tonight is to be done by midnight. So we gonna see if that actually happens. So thank the both of you again. I appreciate y'all. This has been definitely one of my favorite episodes. So y'all going in there in the top of the favorites. Okay, and I appreciate y'all taking the time to come on here and shining your light, letting the folks catch y'all vibe. Y'all know it's Friday night. Y'all know how I be. Stay safe. Do what you do. However you be doing it, be cooling while you do it. Peace and poetry, everybody. And we'll catch you next week. Cause what's next? What's next Friday? What's the date?
I don't know.
Do y'all guess what? I don't think it's next Friday, but guess who
16th.
guess who I got coming on the 23rd?
Who?
The Collective.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've been listening. Listen. All right. Listen. I'm gonna need y'all to go get Make sure you have fresh fresh towels, caution tape, a wet floor sign, and also make sure you have a handyman on standby to come fix the stage because you're not going to have the stage after he
Yes,
comes.
literally. Yeah.
Pause. Yeah. It's gonna be a vibe. So yeah,
It's gonna be
just have
all the
all
way
those things.
live,
Just have
guys.
all those
It's gonna
things.
be
Have all those things
exactly.
ready.
Yes, I believe I got Queen Mimi next week, and oh yeah, I got Logan.
Oh,
Oh,
He's
nice
shouts to
lineup.
my
not
pen folk. Shouts to my pen
he's
folk.
not going to be sinful, so he claims. He's
That
supposed to
nigga Mr.
be
Toxic.
for
He's
real.
Mr. Toxic.
Yes, that's who I have for next Friday. So yes. So y'all be safe. Peace and blessings to y'all and that good shit. And to those that are listening to us on audio streamings like Pandora, Apple, and Google Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts. It's so many more. It's like almost 20 other ones. I appreciate y'all for tuning in when you do catch the replays and catch the lives on YouTube. And we'll see y'all next week.
See you later.
Peace, peace, and more peace.